I have just a bizarre, wild moment. What is happening to right-wing media, ladies and gentlemen? It's crazy. But before we watch it, Steve Bannon, as you know, is now has been charged with defrauding donors based on his We Built the Wall campaign that he did. And he was pretending like he was going to use the money to build a wall on the southern border, but really it was to spend on personal stuff, or at least some portion of it was, which was something he was charged with by the federal government. I'm trying to fly through this. Pardoned by Donald Trump. And then now is being charged in the state of New York, which is separate from the federal thing. So here's him on Charlie Kirk's show after this happened, responding to all of this, just completely losing his mind.
One of the best days of my life. It was a very powerful spiritual day for me. It was a lot of things were, came into high clarity. I was totally in the zone, as you say in sports, the entire time. And, they're not going to shut me up. We see you saw from the...
No one's trying to shut you up. What is happening is you committed a crime or allegedly committed a crime and are being held accountable for it. You defrauded people. You're being held accountable for it. No one's trying to shut you up.
Demonic speech that Biden gave.
Demonic speech.
Exactly. This is a dying regime. That was a primal scream. And here, what they're trying to do, no matter who it is, Donald Trump in Mar-a-Lago, there were 35 FBI raids yesterday, right? Handing out, there's another grand jury coming together on January 6th. The Washington Post reported it. They just reported a couple names. There were 35 senior members of MAGA, Republicans, supporters of Donald Trump, that were the FBI rolled in on, right? When they didn't need to do it. Remember, all these people have lawyers. All their lawyers are very well known. No, the jackbooted Gestapo has got to show up at their door and make a big display of this. So there's so much going on that people don't even know at so many levels on trying to put people in bankruptcy, trying to deplatform them, all of it. And quite frankly, I think that's what's so powerful about you guys having this great Reset conference, because this is really what it's about. This is this globalist apparatus.
That's right.
This is the American arm of that, the Biden regime. And what they're trying to do is shut down everybody, whether it's Alex Jones, Charlie Kirk, Steve Bannon, Tucker Carlson, Donald Trump. They're trying to use lawfare, financial terrorism, everything legally, and quite frankly, up to assassinations. That's why they're swatting people like crazy. So we got our work cut out for us. And if we blink.
Okay. Unhinged to the max, pretending like there's going to be assassination attempts against MAGA Republicans, based on, the actual official regime that he's talking about. Okay, dude. Okay. You're such a victim. You're such a hero. My goodness. Whenever he said at the beginning of the interview that it was one of the best days of his life, I believe him, because he is a deep, deep narcissist who wants that attention, and he's getting it. He's getting it. But I think, obviously it's worth it for him to get that attention if it means he's being held accountable in the court of law. But this narrative that's being driven on the right, that all of these people are being politically persecuted up to assassination because of their support of Trump, is so dangerous. Because if you put in the minds of your movement that the opposition is playing part in a role, playing a part in this attempt to politically persecute all of your favorite people, and it's completely not just, then you now are going to feel hecka justified in doing some horrible actions against the left, against anybody you see as a part of that regime. And that's super scary, because what's really happening is a bunch of the people he listed off have done illegal actions and are being held accountable for it. And that's what we would hope would happen in a healthy country. And so him peddling this narrative, and the fact that people believe it, is wild. Because just look into what he did. It's out for you to see, especially with the federal investigation that was already done. The state one is, he just got charged with those things. But he just defrauded you guys. Conservatives donated to Steve Bannon saying, I want to build that wall, hooray. And then Steve Bannon used that and his partners on personal stuff. Enriched themselves based on donations you gave to them, thinking it was going towards the wall. Stop being grifted on, people. And then he's quadruple grifting you, because he's going to use the fact that he's being held accountable for grifting you in an illegal fashion to raise more money. You already know, get more support, more people watching his show and donating to it, all those things, so that he can get out of whatever he's being persecuted through, right? And so then he's getting even more out of you guys based on a complete lie. Stop it. Trump did the exact same thing. It's so sad to watch. And I'm having a harder and harder time feeling empathetic towards people who are getting scammed by these individuals because they've done it time and time again. Trump raised all that money saying he was going to fight the election results. In the fine print, he's like, nah, I don't actually have to use it for that. I can use it for whatever I want. And people still donated. They still got scammed. They don't care. They're going to keep donating. This whole investigation, Trump's going to raise tons of money off of it. The FBI raid, all those things. Same thing with Steve Bannon. And y'all will just keep getting backhanded across the face. I'm talking to the people who are being scammed and say nothing about it and love them even more. And I don't get it at all. It makes no sense to me. But I don't know. Please stop believing these lies. Steve Bannon there spreading even more dangerous information, false information about the real reason why he's being charged with these crimes.